Hello everyone and welcome to CPAC 2023. I'm your host, Amelia Kane, and joining me today is Kash Patel. He was the former Chief of Staff for Acting Secretary of Defense, Chris Miller. Kash, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me here at CPAC on Judicial Watch. It's exciting. You guys got a lot of stuff going on. It's hard to keep up.
We always do.
You know, fitting's hard to keep up with.
Well, to start off this interview, can you tell our viewers what your experience was like at the DoD under Trump?
You know, it was amazing because I'm a national security guy. I don't really know too much about this political stuff, and all that is sort of new to me. And the vision, I was in for 16 years. I served Democrats and Republicans. And national security is kind of one of those things that it's not really a left or right issue. And Donald Trump was like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to kill Al-Qaeda senior leadership. We're going to take out the emirs of ISIS, stop the drug traffickers, secure our border, and how about we get us out of some of these forever wars? That's not even a political mission, but the fact that he led so hard and fast on it allowed us to set the stage to successfully do that. And I think that's the biggest takeaway I had from the Department of Defense was if you have a commander-in-chief who's willing to do it to the max, then you can safeguard America. And we did. We took out 98% of Al-Qaeda leadership. We took out Baghdadi, Soleimani. We brought home American hostages. We wound down out of Afghanistan based on intelligence and methodically. We didn't lose a single soldier when we did it. You know, those things I'm proud of, and I just want the American people to understand that's not a Democrat or Republican thing. Right. That's just an American thing, and that's what he made the priority.
Now, with all these accomplishments that you just stated, did you experience any deep state resistance?
on every one of them.
Really?
And it's shocking because it didn't happen before, right? When President Trump first ran for office, I think the media sort of lost it. And then when he won, they literally imploded. So the deep state, though, can't exist without the corrupt actors in the media, who they can leak fake information to and subvert a duly elected president. And my question to these folks was like, you realize you're hurting Americans who are staged overseas and wearing our uniform and fighting for our country. You're hurting our allies. You're hurting our chances of bringing Americans home instead of dying in a battlefield in someone else's war. And they don't care. They literally don't care. And that's the problem with every line of effort that I just outlined. Right. You would think everybody would be like, yeah, let's get us home safely out of Afghanistan.
Absolutely.
But not if it's Trump.
Now, Speaker McCarthy actually will be releasing January 6th footage to Tucker Carlson. Do you think Americans are going to see a different side to that day? Well, what the media has been portraying.
Listen, you don't even have to know anything about January 6th. You just have to do some simple math. And as a former federal prosecutor, it's pretty easy. The Justice Department has told us for 2 years there's 17,000 hours of footage. All of a sudden, Speaker McCarthy, and there's no reason to doubt him, said there's 41,000 hours of footage. There's 2.5 times more evidence of audio and visual footage. Did the prosecutors lose it? That's my question. Did they hide it? Why did they mislead the court? Let's put the defendants aside. Let's just look at the judicial process. It's their obligation to look at all of the evidence. So how did they get that number wrong? So just by that sheer math, of course you're going to see footage that they did not want you to see. Tragically, you know, the Justice Department has been subverted by the deep state and is operating a weaponized based system. And I think the video footage is going to be the starkest example.
Right. Now, there may be some Americans out there who don't know what the deep state is and they don't believe in the deep state. Can you tell us what that is?
Sure, look, and here's the thing. I was on stage earlier and I said, I wish I was not talking about the deep state because I don't want it to exist. And when we started talking about it 3, 4, 5 years ago, people were like, you guys are crazy. And I said, look at any agency and department and see under the Trump administration how they acted versus how they're acting now. So the deep state is high-level government actors, be it cabinet secretaries, deputies, chiefs, what have you, who come in there, and this happened under the Trump administration too, not just the Biden administration. For example, Trump impeachment 1, who make up a whistleblower, have him lie to the world, and then put the United States of America through an impeachment based on a lie. That, coupled with the media that I was talking about earlier, is how the deep state, and you can call it the administrative state or whatever you want, that's literally what they did. If you just look at the facts, that's what happened. And unfortunately, it exists in almost every agency and department.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today,
Thanks.
Kash.
This is a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And for more on our work, please visit www.judicialwatch.org. Thank you.